Now, some of you are throwing the right hand like this. You're stepping, your hip's not moving at all. You're not pivoting at all. There's no weight shift. So you end up slapping. The more you practice bad habits, the harder it's going to be able for you to get rid of them. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, just remember that food for thought. Now, I'll add one more step to what we're doing. Where are my little gloves? Now, when I teach, I use this particular glove because it's easier to put on and off real fast. These are mainly for sparring, the Joe Lewis glove. But they're hard to get on and off real fast, especially if you've got hand wraps on. And I keep an extra set like this. They come from the same company. Just that those there have buffalo hide on the inside, which lasts a long time, and cow hide on the outside. I think these are cow hide. Okay, now, hands up. Next drill. He's going to cuff, roll, then he's going to come back with a counter right hand, and you're going to roll and catch it. Okay, everybody got it? Now to warm up, this is all I want you to do. Instead of the jab, I just want you to step in, throw a right hand, he's going to practice rolling, coming back with his counter. You're going to be ready to roll and catch it. Everybody got it? Then you start getting the hang of it. The coach goes to a three punch. He cuffs, he rolls, comes back with a counter. Now, so he's got the counter. He's going to ride my punch back in. Do not try to follow my hand back. You cannot move your butt as fast as I can pull the hand back. But you're going to try to ride that energy back with the counter punch. So when that counter punch comes back, you got to roll and catch it. So watch it slow motion. Cuff, roll, counter roll. Move around a little bit. One, boom, boom. Change up a little bit. Some of you still standing in a stationary pocket. Give me a little bit more of a moving pocket. I know it's a little crowded in here, but just kind of change up a little bit. Keep forcing him to reset. Yesterday when you guys were sparring, I kept saying, you let him set, you let him beat you to the draw. Keep forcing him to reset, reset, reset. I came up with a principle about 30 years ago, controlling the set point. And it's still the most dominant principle in the fight game today. But it just goes back to always forcing him to attack from a position of weakness to a position of strength. The first law of combat. Has everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
So just practice it in your little interaction drills here. Everybody understand? And then as you get better and better with the timing here, because this is another timing drill. Sometimes you can call it a countering drill. So I'm working on release, release, and then I'm going to work on how fast can I recover. Okay? And what he's working on react, react, and then how fast he can respond. So we're both working on what we call R&R, time. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
I'm just giving you some examples of some R&R drills you can take back and work on. I want you guys to take these principles, this formula I'm showing you, go back home and create your own drills. Okay? All right, let's go. You attack 3 times. First time it's just a jab. Second time it's a 1-2. Third time it's a 1-2, he counters. You go back to the single, the 1-2, then the 1-2 he counters. Is that clear, everybody? Sure. In that system, go. Got real good boxing backgrounds. Reminded me, one of my first coaches to kind of try to get me into boxing was Cus Timbana. He started Jose Flores' career, was a light heavyweight world champion. He's the kind of Spanish guy you always saw in Tyson's corner when Tyson was first coming up. And of course, Floyd Patterson and Tyson were his 2 most famous proteges. But he used the term, and you got it from Kevin Rooney, you were talking to Kevin Rooney. Kevin Rooney was like one of the guys on the custom on it, just like Teddy Atlas. He calls it stealing punches. So in other words, come here. If you see a guy stepping in and throwing like a 1-2, he's kind of got too much hang time on that right hand. He's kind of punching a little on the lazy side. So what you do is you're stealing his punch. So when you come back and nail him, they call it stealing punches. You guys got that term? I like those kind of little slang terms. And there's a whole lot more of them in boxing than there are in martial arts. A lot of it's because the martial arts we learn overseas, they spoke Korean, Chinese, and Japanese, and whatever, Filipino, and Indonesian. So we don't have many slang terms. So we got to steal a lot of what the boxers have. So again, he reminded me that they call that stealing punches. Don't let him steal punches. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
go back to remember. Now, there's 5 other sets of words I want you to remember. The first set were attributes. You work on your rhythm first. You work on your timing second. Face me. So this is kind of like what we're working on, the rhythm. See, boom, boom, getting in and da 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 boom, boom, da 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 boom, boom, boom. Did I got it? Get the rhythm, and then you should work on the timing second. Third thing is you work on judgment. One aspect of judgment is when he rolls, am I going to go in the front door, beat him to the draw, see, with a 45, or am I going to go in the back door, let him fire his right hand, and then come back behind him with a counter, going in the back door? That's kind of a part of judgment. Another part of judgment, when I'm sparring a guy, I'm going to figure out what's the best technique I can use to nail this sucker. I'm going to hit him with a punch. It's going to be an outside punch, inside punch. I'm going to headhunt this sucker. I'm going to work him over, get him in the body. Am I going to chop him down, get him with a kick? Try to figure out what's my best attitude technique to nail him. Then the second thing you got to do as a trainer, when you're fighting, training the fighters, figure out what's the best way to teach this guy how to set that technique up. Because you can have a good technique like a side kick, but if you don't know how to set it up, you're kind of right back in front, right back at home plate trying to get on first base. Mark's trying to wave me over here. You want that background and not the door. Gee, I don't understand. See, you try to steal the camera. See, you sat there on purpose because you knew that's where the camera was, but now he's messed you up and you're no longer in frame. You come sit over here.
Frame?
All right, face me. Now, we laugh at it because you know I'm lost. I ain't got a clue what I was getting ready to say. You think it's funny, huh?
I can run the tape back and then
No, see, I could blame it on pugilistic dementia, but you know it's ignorance, you know. Okay. It's not wrong being ignorant because you can blame that on your parents, right? Okay. All right.